Right now at 5, Election Day, less than 24 hours away. A reminder of what you'll have on your ballot.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 5.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 5. I'm Ken Kozarowski. Wisconsin's spring election is coming up tomorrow, and as you prepare to head to the polls, here's a reminder of what could be on your ballot. Besides smaller municipal positions across the region, Northside La Crosse voters will decide 2 new Common Council positions. Voters in the La Crosse School District will elect 4 new school board members from the 8 candidates available, as well as vote on a $60 million operating referendum. We have a statewide advisory referendum on welfare, and La Crosse, Eau Claire, and Vernon counties have an advisory referendum on the state's current abortion ban. Those votes will not lead to any legal changes. Meanwhile, every state voter will decide on the state Supreme Court race and a binding referendum on bail reform. We also have several school district referenda across our viewing area. Now, the La Crosse County Clerk has a major piece of advice when it comes to referendum questions.
Do your research on the referendum questions ahead of time. They're long questions, so there's going to be a lot of reading at the polls. We feel that's probably what's going to back up the polls, if anything does, is just the time it's going to take voters to get through all the referendum questions.
If you're registered to vote, just bring an acceptable ID like your passport, driver's license, or student ID. In Wisconsin, you can register at your polling place. If you still need to register, you need to bring proof of residence, photo ID, and your driver's license number if you have it. If you'd like to confirm what's on your ballot, you can check myvote.wi.gov. Now, the statewide referendum on bail is binding, meaning it will change the state constitution if it passes. But you'll also notice the topic is included in 2 questions. News 8 Now's Dua Israr joins us to explain why that is, plus its impact on the state justice system. Good evening, Dua.
Ken, right now, judges set a cash bond if someone's at risk to not appear in court. These amendments could change that. Currently, the state constitution allows judges to consider how likely the defendant is to appear in court and protect community members from serious bodily harm. Now, the First Amendment would change the Constitution to say serious harm instead of serious bodily harm. The second would allow judges to consider things like prior convictions for a violent crime when setting bail.
This would change that, so judges could look at the seriousness of the crime or the risk to the public and impose a higher cash bond.
Critics of the amendment say this will affect people with lower incomes. La Crosse County District Attorney Tim Grinke says while dangerousness should be considered, people with money will still be able to post bail. Now, currently there is no definition for what serious harm means. The legislature has passed a bill for the definition, but Governor Evers has not signed it into law. If these constitutional amendments pass and Evers vetoes the bill, judges will be able to pick and choose what's considered as serious harm. Ken?
All right, thanks very much, Dua. And that bill defines over 100 offenses that would qualify as harm. The full list has not been released, but includes a broad range of offenses such as homicide, sexual assault, carjacking, and mail fraud. An Arcadia man is in custody after allegedly threatening people with a pistol. The Trempealeau County Sheriff's Office says callers reported a drunk man pointed a gun at people in the city of Blair on Saturday night. He had allegedly pointed a pistol at several people, including kids, and made threats. The man left before deputies arrived. Authorities arrested 59-year-old Douglas Stagerwald of Arcadia the following day for 5 counts of recklessly endangering safety. The Winona Police Department is asking for the public's help to find a missing woman. Winona police say Madeline Jane Kingsbury has not been seen since March 31st. Kingsbury is 26, 5 feet 4 inches tall, and 135 pounds. She has curly shoulder-length brown hair and hazel eyes. Anyone with information should contact Winona Police.
Well, a good Monday afternoon to you. Temperatures topping out in the 50s for most today, although we briefly nudged that 60-degree mark in La Crosse, and this follows the warmest day of the year so far today, yesterday, when we had a high of 65. So 60 the high in La Crosse updated, 47 in Eau Claire, again, most spots in the 50s with kind of a mix of clouds and sun, and that's what we're seeing right now. You right-hand portion of your screen, some blue sky there, and then mainly cloudy skies as you look to the left. Now, a couple of alert days in store for tomorrow and Wednesday. We've got another severe threat tomorrow, especially tomorrow afternoon and evening, and primarily south, much like we saw last Friday, and then a very windy day shaping up for Wednesday. Now, currently, radar showing some light returns south of La Crosse. A lot of those are not reaching the ground, just some isolated showers or sprinkles. Otherwise, plenty of clouds translating across the region. 45 right now in Eau Claire, 55 in La Crosse, 56 in Sparta, and 52 in Prairie du Chien. So mostly cloudy tonight. Those evening showers to the south, lows in La Crosse around 38 degrees. I will have the timing on that severe threat tomorrow and talk about the winds due on Wednesday as well with my 8-day forecast in just a few minutes.
Sounds like a plan. Thanks, Bill. Back on the news side of things this evening, La Crosse MTU is offering free rides tomorrow for Election Day, but one route going to look a little different. MTU bus stops from East Ave and La Crosse Street to Pine Street and Campbell Road will be closed. Both Route 4 buses will use La Crosse Street to 22nd Street and then 22nd Street to Campbell Road routes. Temporary bus stops will be set up at the corners of East Ave and La Crosse Street, as well as La Crosse Street and Hillview Ave. Starting today, a change to parking downtown in the city of La Crosse. Weekday parking on the Pine Street, Main Street, La Crosse Center, and Market Square ramps will now cost $1 an hour from 6 in the morning until 6 in the evening. The first hour no longer free. The cost will be capped at $8 a day. Parking in the ramps will still be free overnight and on weekends. Also today, La Crosse area kids can get the chance to learn how to fly. The La Crosse Composite Squadron will hold 2 informational nights for kids and their parents who'd like to learn about the Civil Air Patrol program. The first meeting will run tonight from 7:30 until 8:30 at the CAP building on Fanta Reed Road. Another event will be held on April 10th. We posted more information on news8000.com. Hundreds of people gathered in front of Tennessee's Capitol in Nashville today demanding stricter gun laws. The demonstration comes exactly 1 week after the mass shooting at the Covenant School that left 6 people and the shooter dead. The crowd ranged from middle school to college-aged protesters. Parents, teachers, and even Metro Nashville school board members joined them. March for Life's youngest staff member says Tennessee is home to some of the loosest gun laws in the nation.
But if legislators really wanted to protect our kids, they would take action against what is killing every single day. So our message to everyone here today is we know it's not drag queens. We know it's not books that is harming our children. It's guns, and we need action today.
Tennessee Governor Bill Lee has said he wants to put armed guards in public schools. Protesters say they don't believe that would make schools safer, and it's better to address the root cause of the problem. Former President Trump heads to New York ahead of his court appearance Tuesday. Trump is expected to face multiple charges in connection to a hush money probe and has now hired a white-collar defense attorney to represent him. Naomi Ruckham reports from New York.
Former President Trump arrived at New York's LaGuardia Airport ahead of his scheduled arraignment Tuesday on criminal charges.
He's gearing up for a battle.
The unprecedented indictment remains sealed, but a source familiar with the case tells CBS News Trump will likely be charged with falsifying business records in the first degree. The charges stem from his alleged role in hush money paid to adult film star Stormy Daniels in 2016.
Of course, I very much anticipate a motion to dismiss coming because there's no law that fits this.
CBS News legal analyst Ricky Kleeman explains what will happen when Trump turns himself in.
He will get a picture taken, which becomes a mugshot. He will also be fingerprinted electronically, and he will be given a booking number.
Here in New York, multiple agencies are gearing up for the possibility of protests in response to Trump's arraignment, with 35,000 NYPD officers on standby.
While there may be some rabble-rousers thinking about coming to our city tomorrow, our message is clear and simple. Control yourselves. New York City is our home, not a playground for your misplaced anger.
Former President Trump has criticized Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg, as well as the judge assigned to the case, as he seeks to run for president again in 2024. Following his arraignment, he plans to fly back to Florida, where he'll speak Tuesday night at Mar-a-Lago. Naomi Ruckham, CBS News, New York.
In a statement, an NYPD spokesperson said there are no current credible threats to New York City. Just ahead, a life-saving gift. As hundreds wait on the National Heart Transplant list, we'll meet one lucky Minnesota girl who got a life-saving gift.
Knutson Roofing, locally owned with 18 years of experience to get your project done right the first time. Whether it's roofing, window, or siding installation, we offer reliable, dependable, and quality work we stand behind. Knutson Roofing. Call or visit us online today.
A man brutally attacked and sexually assaulted a woman. The victim spent endless nights unable to sleep, plagued by nightmares. Judge Janet Protasewicz called the offender many females' worst nightmare, but she cut his sentence to only 2.5 years in prison. Judge Janet's dangerous judgment puts our families at risk. That's why sheriffs throughout Wisconsin support Dan Kelly. He's the only candidate we can trust to keep violent felons off our streets. On April 4th, vote Justice Dan Kelly. Fair Courts America is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Begin planning your springtime project with Menards. Get a free estimate with our Design and Buy program. Use our interactive tools to create and modify detailed, personalized designs for your home. With Design and Buy, your options are limitless. Create your dream patio with our landscape blocks. Add privacy with a new fence. Or spend more time entertaining and relaxing with a low-maintenance deck. Rustic composite decking is just $195 a linear foot after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Morgan Farmer at Park Bank enjoys working with new and existing business owners to ensure their success. He finds the means to secure loans through the Small Business Administration that enables these businesses to start, expand, and thrive in our communities. Morgan Farmer enjoys helping local businesses, and he also enjoys other things. Visit Morgan at Park Bank to talk about your small business and other things.
Two candidates for Supreme Court, two very different beliefs. Judge Janet Protasewicz. She believes women should have the freedom to make their own decisions on abortion. Extremist Dan Kelly. He supports the 1849 law that takes away women's rights and criminalizes abortion, even in cases of rape, incest, and health of the mother. So who represents you? An extremist or a common sense judge? Vote by April 4th.
Betting on our weather is risky business. Don't gamble with your most valuable asset. Knutson Roofing has you covered with an available 50-year guarantee on all roofs. Yes, we set an available 50-year guarantee. Knutson Roofing. Call or visit us online today.
You expect more, so thank you for watching News 8 Now.
April is National Donate Life Month. More than 100,000 men, women, and children are currently on the National Transplant Waiting List. Susan Elizabeth Littlefield introduces us to a Minnesota family that received the life-saving gift of a heart for their little girl.
In March 2020, mom Laura Gazzola noticed something with her daughter Bianca wasn't right.
I remember sitting there or standing there with the other parents and going, the other kids don't have blue lips like Bianca does.
Bianca also couldn't kick colds or illnesses as quickly as her siblings. In 2021, the Minnesota family was referred to the Mayo Clinic. Bianca was diagnosed with restrictive cardiomyopathy, an extremely rare condition that won't allow the heart muscle to relax normally.
Kids with that type of heart problem develop heart failure and can develop what's called pulmonary hypertension or high pressures in their lungs.
A new heart was her only hope, but the pressure readings in Bianca's chest were so high she was too sick to be considered for a transplant.
I felt my jaw just drop at how bad it was.
Doctors implanted a pump called a biventricular assist device to get Bianca's body healthy enough for transplant surgery. She spent 6 months at the clinic until finally, last fall, the Gazzola family got the call. A heart was available.
Best day of our lives. But then that was the worst day for a family 50 feet away.
Bianca's surgery was a success, and she made it home just in time for Christmas.
We can't thank that family enough for, in the hardest time, choosing life and choosing to donate their child's organs, because they saved our daughter's life.
Now 4 years old, Bianca returns to the Mayo Clinic about once a month to check on her new heart. Susan Elizabeth Littlefield, CBS News, Savage, Minnesota.
Coming up tonight at 5, if you're struggling to pay your heating bill, Salvation Army of La Crosse County can help. How you can access the Heat Share program. Still ahead.
And I'm Chief Meteorologist Bill Grahl. This is a severe weather threat for tomorrow. Does this look eerily similar to last Friday's threat or what? It does indeed. And I'll explain the threat around here with my 8-day forecast coming up next.
I'm going for Judge Janet
Protasewicz?
You don't need to know how to say Protasewicz to know that Judge Janet believes in abortion rights, fairness, and public safety.
Protasewicz.
To everyone who believes in tradition, come enjoy a few of ours from Wisconsin.
People in Wisconsin love a good fish fry.
Really love. And we love sharing it with guests everywhere.
At Culver's, we still batter our North Atlantic cod by hand to order.
And we cook it to a crispy, golden perfection just for you.
For you.
For you.
So it's crispy outside, flaky inside.
Let us take care of you. With some homegrown traditions we were raised on.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Life's more rewarding at Blaine's Farm and Fleet, especially during our outdoor sale. Right now, get unbeatable deals on our quality selection of spring supplies for outdoor projects. Gear up with men's and women's Carhartt pocket tees, 2 for $30. All Carhartt work boots are $25 off. Save $50 on this DeWalt Power Stack battery starter kit and assorted long handle outdoor tools, just $9.99. Plus, get Blaine's best price promise, the guaranteed lowest price or we'll match it.
Find value at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Now's the time to make your dream home a reality with a home loan from Ultra. Whether you're buying, building, or refinancing, we're here to help make it happen. With great rates and local servicing, a secure 24/7 online application, and an expert team. So take the next step and apply now. It's fast, easy, and hassle-free. But don't just take our word for it. Here's what our members say. Ultra Federal Credit Union, helping you live your best life.
It's easy to see when you have a plumbing problem, but when it comes to your water, things aren't always so clear. Without water conditioning, your water may be doing more harm than good. Hard water can damage your pipes and appliances, leave spotting on dishes, as well as dry out your skin and hair. Contact the professionals at Maxwell White. More than a plumbing company, we offer comprehensive water conditioning. That's 2 great services under one roof. Enjoy cleaner dishes, softer and brighter clothes, and much more with a simple call to Maxwell White. Water conditioning done right.
Extremist Dan Kelly wants abortion banned, even in cases of rape and the health of the mother. Kelly will uphold Wisconsin's 1849 abortion ban that strips women of their freedom to make personal decisions on abortion.
The news continues on News 8 Now. Expect more.
Xcel Energy customers struggling to pay their bills can now get a helping hand from both Xcel and the La Crosse County Salvation Army. The partnership between the two organizations is an extension of sorts with Xcel's Home Energy Assistance Program. Families in need can apply for one-time bill assistance of up to $1,000 between now and October 1st. The program is on a first-come, first-served basis, so Salvation Army officials say it's better to act sooner.
The program runs until funds are exhausted. Each family can request up to $1,000 of aid. To be approved for the aid, they would need to bring in their current Xcel Energy bill, their disconnect notice, proof of residency, and proof of income.
Xcel customers needing the help should call Salvation Army to set up an appointment. Other Xcel customers help fund this program through their own donations. We'll have a link with eligibility criteria and more info on news8000.com. In the meantime, let's switch things up, talk some weather with Chief Meteorologist Bill Grahl.
Well, high of 45 on Saturday after snow fell in parts of the region Friday night. And then yesterday, a big improvement. 65 was the high in La Crosse. And today took a little step back, but not too bad. Mix of clouds and sun, a high of 60 degrees out at the La Crosse airport. That was briefly set at 120. Most of this day we were in the 50s. 39 was the low this morning. 54 and 33 are the averages. 80 and 10 are the records, and no rain or snow in La Crosse for today. Currently, a mostly cloudy sky. I think the automated sensor out at the airport, kind of wishful thinking, although if you look towards the airport, a little bit of blue sky, so maybe that's what it's seen. 55 degrees, 56 downtown, winds out of the northwest at 13. And look at the Mississippi. That rise is going to start to increase, and in terms of its rate, because those overnight lows not dropping below freezing. You don't get that refreeze, and that really speeds the snowmelt process. 45 degrees for you folks in Eau Claire, and it feels like 40 with a little bit of a breeze. And the Chippewa River spiked a little bit, but it's running high as well, but coming down just a little bit, 766.6. Keep an eye, by the way, on the Black River from Black River Falls down through Galesville and the Mississippi River, and the Yellow River around Necedah, both running high, a little bit above flood stage from the heavy rain on Friday. Look at the spring-like temperature temperatures in the Central Plains in the 70s. We're kind of on the northern edge of that milder air with 50s locally, a little cooler to the north, low to mid 40s up towards Minneapolis, Red Wing, and Eau Claire. Winds generally from the northwest at 5 to 15. All right, we've got some isolated showers and sprinkles this evening in our southern communities. A lot of this not reaching the ground. What is very light rain or sprinkle activity. My focus is on a storm system out to the west here. This is going to take a very similar track to the one last Friday. And like last Friday, how far north this warm front lifts will be key in that severe weather threat. Like last Friday, right now it looks like the main severe threat will be to our south. That's where most of the activity will be. Similar spots that saw the strong to severe storms last Friday. And like last Friday, we were on the far northern edge, barely a level 1 risk in La Crosse, but our far southern counties, especially northeastern Iowa, parts of Crawford, Richland, Vernon, far southern Juneau and Adams in a level 2 risk. And the local timing looks to be from about 6 p.m. to midnight, so a little bit later threat than what we saw on Friday. Strong winds, hail, maybe some isolated tornadoes, but again, that tornado threat higher farther south, near and south of that warm front. But we'll keep a close eye on that for you tomorrow afternoon and into tomorrow night. Sky trackers showing just cloudy skies, and then that rain shower activity starts to move in tomorrow afternoon. Thunderstorm threat really not until after the dinner hour, and they're kind of scattered about as they quickly race to the north and east through midnight or so, and then more hit and miss type showers after that and into the day on Wednesday. But boy, the winds are going to be howling from the west for much of our Wednesday. So for tonight, those showers to the south, otherwise mostly cloudy, 38. Alert day tomorrow due to that thunderstorm threat late in the day and into tomorrow night. Daytime highs around 49. Again, it all hinges on how far north that warm front lifts. And then another alert day on Wednesday because of the strong winds. 54, not severe weather, but we could see wind gusts of 25 to 50 miles per hour at times, especially the wind-prone areas. Cooler Thursday, 40s back in the 50s on Friday. Look at next weekend. Low to mid 60s with slight chances for showers and a few thunderstorms, especially on Sunday. But keep an eye on tomorrow and then hang on to your hat and everything else on Wednesday.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, Bill.
Okay.
When we come back tonight, how one man is trying to make a squeal for pigs in need by acting like one. This story is coming up after the break.
Visit the Early Bird Home Show, going on now at the Ford Store Home Improvements. Lowest prices of the year on your 2023 project. Windows, bathrooms, and more.
I won't write your will.
I don't write contracts.
I won't handle your divorce.
I do know a few things about personal injury law.
All I do is help injured people get the compensation they deserve.
At Bygoff and Rohde, that's how we get results.
What does it cost to buy off a judge? For extremist Dan Kelly, he's for sale for $20,000. In 2020, Kelly conveniently changed his mind about whether to judge the Tim Zignego case. Kelly had recused himself. Then he pocketed $20,000 in contributions from Zignego and his family, and Kelly unrecused himself so he could judge the case. Justice shouldn't be for sale. Dan Kelly is too corrupt, too extreme.
Excuse me, is this carpet stain resistant?
No, doesn't seem like it is. Sorry.
For advice from real flooring experts and huge savings on stain-resistant flooring, visit Carpet One. Carpet One Floor and Home. Right now at your local Carpet One, you can get help from our flooring experts while saving big and enjoying special financing on beautiful floors for your home. Come see us today.
Introducing the StarMark Composite Window, now available exclusively at Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions. With its solid frame construction, this revolutionary window is 2,000% more airtight, 40% more energy efficient, and 12 times stronger than the average vinyl window.
And at a price less than what many companies charge for lower quality vinyl windows. Receive a free triple paint upgrade on select windows and 24 months interest-free financing.
I've practiced personal injury law for 4 years.
For 20 years.
For 32 years.
All I do every day
is help injured people get the compensation that they deserve.
At Bygoff and Rohde, that's how we get results.
E.T., see you at the CMT Music Awards.
We're with country music's finest for all the action in Austin. Next, E.T.
Thank you for watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
Welcome back to News 8 Now at 5. So, a Virginia man is oinking for 7 hours straight to support pigs in need. Yes, you heard that right. After some intensive training, self-proclaimed pig impersonator Kirk Schroeder, dressed as his alter ego Wilhelmina Cabbageworth, is oinking for 7 hours straight. This is what they're calling the Spring Oinkathon. Wilhelmina is serenading visitors outside Aquarian Bookshop on West Main with the Sweet Swine calls set to house music. This is to raise money for Gracie's Acres. That's a Tennessee pig sanctuary tasked with rescuing and providing a home for hundreds of neglected pigs.
Pigs are some of the smartest creatures around, but they get neglected a lot, and it's not really a good thing to neglect animals, especially pigs, and neglect them and abuse them. So I'm here to make a stand today with my Oinkathon.
So the fundraising goal was $2,500. The event raised nearly $2,800. Quite a story indeed. Hey, Bill's got a last look at your forecast when we come back.
What does it cost to buy off a judge? For extremist Dan Kelly, he's for sale for $20,000. In 2020, Kelly conveniently changed his mind about whether to judge the Tim Zignego case. Kelly had recused himself. Then he pocketed $20,000 in contributions from Zignego and his family, and Kelly unrecused himself so he could judge the case. Justice shouldn't be for sale. Dan Kelly is too corrupt, too extreme.
Toma Health offers the latest surgical techniques for a wide range of procedures, including orthopedics, endoscopy, gynecology, and cataract surgery.
What we add to Toma Health is the fact that we offer personalized medicine and that we're with you along your journey through Toma Health from start to finish.
Toma Health has an excellent reputation, and we have access to the latest technologies, including computer-assisted total joint replacement.
Toma Health offers expert surgical care close to home.
The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline is here and ready to help. Anyone in Wisconsin can call, text, or chat to get connected to a trained 988 counselor. Trained counselors are here to support anyone experiencing a suicidal, mental health, or substance use crisis. You can also contact 988 if you're concerned about someone. 988 is confidential and free to all Wisconsin residents. 988 24/7. Call, text, chat. Here to support you.
The local water experts at Culligan can take care of everything but the kitchen sink. Actually, we do that too. Culligan, here for every water worry.
Happy Take and Bake Tuesday! Every Tuesday at Papa Murphy's, you can get any large pizza for just $12, which makes Tuesday the best day to bring home all your favorites.
We might have too many favorites.
Order now at papamurphys.com.
She locked him in his room, starved her son to death. The 16-year-old boy weighed only 42 pounds when he died. She could have got 25 years, but she got lucky. Judge Janet Protasewicz set her free. No time in prison. He strangled and raped his 79-year-old aunt. He faced 25 years, but he got lucky too. Protasewicz let him off with only 5. Tell Judge Protasewicz this is not justice. Stop protecting criminals.
Again, alert days tomorrow and Wednesday. Tomorrow due to that severe threat, especially south, and then due to the winds on Wednesday.
Thanks a lot, Bill. We'll see you at 6, everybody.